So, think about the last time you bought something. Anything. When you reached for that product on the shelf, who was really making the call? Was it the logical, rational you, carefully weighing all the options? Or was there something else in the driver's seat, something older and way more powerful?
Well, get this. A massive amount of neuromarketing research points to a pretty startling answer. A whopping 95% of our purchasing decisions, they're not conscious at all. They're made by our subconscious mind. Yeah, that means almost every single choice you make in a store is happening just below the surface of your own awareness.
So, you've got this epic showdown happening, right? The modern marketplace is the battleground. In one corner, you've got your logical, conscious brain, and in the other, your ancient, gut-feeling, subconscious brain. And guess what? Marketers are figuring out exactly how to whisper in the ear of that subconscious you.
Okay, so to really get how modern selling works, we have to go back, way back. We need to understand the ancient hardware it's designed to target. We're talking about the core parts of your brain that evolved to keep you alive, not to help you pick out the best brand of cereal. First up, let's meet the amygdala. Just think of this as your brain's internal alarm system. It's the raw, emotional center that just reacts. It doesn't think, it feels. Fear, desire, you name it. And you better believe it's a prime target for any marketer who wants you to have a quick, gut-level emotional reaction. And right next door to the amygdala, you've got the hippocampus. This is the brain's official record keeper. Its whole job is to take those powerful emotional hits from the amygdala and file them away as long-term memories. This is why making you feel something strongly is the holy grail for any brand. They want that emotion to become a permanent memory. And then there's this absolutely wild discovery, mirror neurons. These are basically your brain's empathy circuit. When you see someone else smile, these neurons fire as if you're the one smiling. You see someone on screen take a big gulp of a cold drink, and for a split second, your brain simulates that exact refreshing feeling. You literally feel what you see.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head. Our brains are operating on software that was last updated 100,000 years ago. Think about that. We have this ancient survival kit, this hardware that was perfectly designed for a world with predators and scarce food, and we've just dropped it into this crazy, overwhelming digital world. We're basically cavemen wandering through a shopping mall.
So what happens when all this deep, scientific knowledge about our caveman brains leaves the lab? What happens when it ends up in the shopping cart, on the packaging, and in every ad you see? Well, things get interesting.
Let me ask you a kind of weird question. What's the best part of eating a container of yogurt? Seriously, is it the creamy texture, the flavor, that feeling of doing something healthy? Marketers wanted to know for real, so they went straight to the source, the brain itself.
And the answer is absolutely fascinating. Turns out the brain's favorite part, what the researchers call the neurological iconic signature, it's not the taste, it's not the texture, it's the simple act of peeling back that foil lid. That one-of-a-kind feeling, the little crinkling sound, the visual reveal, it all gives our subconscious brain this little jolt of pure satisfaction. This is a perfect example of marketers tapping into those mirror neurons we talked about. It's brilliant, really. They don't need you to actually taste the wine. They just need to play the sound of wine being poured. Your brain does all the heavy lifting. It simulates the experience for you. And suddenly, you have this powerful subconscious urge to grab a bottle.
And it's not just about sounds or fancy colors. The actual layout of a package is a science. It's engineered to be processed by your brain as quickly and as positively as possible. This isn't just art class, it's applied neuroscience.
So here's how it works. It's actually pretty clever. Your brain has two halves, right? And they're kind of specialized. Your right brain is the artist. It's great with images and emotion. Your left brain is the analyst. It handles text and logic. So by putting pictures on the left side of a package and words on the right, marketers are sending the information straight to the part of the brain that can process it fastest. Your brain doesn't have to work as hard, which makes it feel good. And it creates this positive vibe before you've even read a word.
And this is not just some theory. It has huge real-world results. Check out this case study from California Olive Ranch. They had 2 new label designs and couldn't decide. Well, neurological testing showed a clear winner.
The orchard design, which followed all these principles, lit up the brain scans way more than the map design. They knew which bottle would sell better before it ever saw a shelf.
Okay, so we've seen the general playbook, but the science gets way more specific than that. Now it's about targeting the deep-down wiring of different kinds of consumers, targeting your very identity.
Now, research shows that, on average, male and female brains have been optimized for slightly different things over evolutionary time, things like autonomy and performance for men, or community and empathy for women. And this creates different subconscious preferences. For instance, in ad testing, female brains tended to respond more to the character of a spokesperson, while male brains zeroed in on the price and stats. Men's brains lit up for slapstick comedy, women's brains engaged more with emotional, empathetic stories. We're not talking stereotypes here, we're talking about neurological tendencies that marketers can cater to.
So, when you put it all together, you get this pretty clear 4-step formula for a subconscious sale. First, you gotta grab the brain's attention. Use something new, something that moves, or a human face. Second, trigger a quick positive emotion. Talk to that amygdala. Third, make sure that feeling gets linked to the brand. That's the hippocampus's job. And if you get high emotion plus a strong memory, you've got a powerful predictor that someone is going to buy that product.
And this brings us right back to where we started. Traditional market research, the kind that asks you what you think, that only gets you about 5% of the real story. The real modern marketing toolkit, the one that's actually shaping what you buy, is focused on that other 95%. It's all about the hidden world of the subconscious.
What this all points to is a huge shift in how marketing even works. It's moving beyond just trying to persuade you. Marketers are learning to speak the brain's native language, the language of emotion, of memory, of instinct. The goal isn't just to sell you something today, it's to build a brand that connects with you on a deep, fundamental, subconscious level.
And that leaves us with one last big question to think about. Now that you know some of the secrets of your own buying brain, what does that make you? Are you now a smarter, more empowered consumer who can see the tricks? Or does knowing all this just prove how predictable our ancient brains really are? It's something to chew on next time you find yourself at the checkout counter.